Containers. Containers have been around for a while. A lot of people use them, and that's fantastic. A lot of people use them in production. A lot of people use them in staging. A lot of people use them in sandbox areas. That's fantastic. You might even be someone who uses it locally. And if that's you, you already know what I'm getting ready to say. But if you're not using this locally, just locally, you're missing the boat. There was a time when containerization technologies were brand new, where it was like a futuristic thing, where it was like literally out here, right? You're working away, doing your thing, and the technology's out here, right? You're doing your thing. But then over time, what happens is it's out here, yeah, it moves, you're working away. You are working away, and it's continuing to get closer to you. You are still working. You continue to work. It is now past you. You're still working. You're still working. And I get it. We all work. Things happen. Things are going to pass you by. You want to make sure that what's passing you by is not detrimental to your career. You want to make sure that the stuff that passes you by, it's okay that it passes you by for a little bit because you can always pick it up and it's not going to be that big a deal. Containers locally is a big deal. So many benefits, right? Docker was released in 2013. 2017 is wrapping up. We are basically in 2018 right now already. That's how much time has passed. Just Docker. Like there's others. CoreOS, right? Um, so many others that I can mention. It's even gotten to the point to where there are containerization technologies that have come about and have taken it a step further. There are people that have said, you know what, this containerization stuff is actually really cool. We should wrap this up in a really core way and make it part of the operating system itself. And so they take containerization technology, they take a little bit of package management, they wrap it all up in a Linux distribution, and now it's an OS. It's called Nix OS. That's how important containerization is and will continue to be. So if you go into a job and and they give you a list that's like, it's like this, a list of stuff to install on your first day or your second day or your first week or something, that's an opportunity right there because this list, it shouldn't be this long. Even if it's like a wiki page or something that they point you to say, okay, this is what you need to do to go get your system set up, and just go through it, start installing stuff, and just get it in there, right? And then you'll be able to check out the code, and you'll be able to start compiling stuff, and you'll be able to start. That list should be like this. It should be, if you don't already, go grab the containerization technology off the shelf, install that, and then grab this container, snap it in, and boot it. That's it. That's all it should. It should be that simple, and it is that simple. If you are not using containers locally, you are missing out. You need to go find something. Docker is pretty widely used and pretty popular at this point, but there are others. They all pretty much do the same thing. So learning one, you will understand how to navigate others. But download one of them locally on your laptop, right? Create one container, install one thing in it, and then boot that thing. You will see that it is so fast, it will boot so much faster. You will have access to what you normally have every day so much faster. You will be able to pivot so much faster. You will be able to get your environment set up in one container, and you can have hundreds of them. You get your environment set up, right? If you have a programming language, programming environment, runtime, favorite editor, favorite commands, right? If you have all of that installed on your machine, you can put all of that in a container and you can label that and you can call that your development environment. And when you start doing these other things that I'm telling you about, like exploring other programming languages, having other programming environments, you can have a container for these things. You can have a Haskell container. You can have an OCaml container. You can have any kind of container you want to have. You could have a Mozart container. You can have a K container. You can have a Pony container. You can have anything. You can have anything. It's at your fingertips. It's all there. It's already installed. It's already ready to go. Just boot it. I'm not talking about virtual machines. You don't want to create like a Terraform or like some crazy like virtual machine, right? That's just for your local development. That's not what I'm talking about. That kind of thing is great for certain things, but not this. It's way too much overhead for this. You will go and you will work places. You'll go into a job or something, and no one will be doing this. And that's an opportunity, right? It's an opportunity for you because you can now bring this into the organization. You can bring this to the team. You can show people because you've sort of gone through it yourself just how much better it is, how much easier it becomes. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a stumble or a challenge in the beginning because it's brand new to you, like a lot of this stuff. But once you get into it, once you embrace it, you will not be the same. I'm telling you. Things will become easier. You will move faster. People will wonder, how did you figure this out so quickly? It's because you have that environment already. You have it installed. So whenever a problem comes up and you need to go back to a version of some software that your team is working on, you can just pull it out. You can have it in its own container, frozen in that moment in time, in that version in time. So when a bug comes up and someone, QA, whomever, tells you, hey man, this is not working, you can just boot that thing and get right in there and say, no, this is working. Or you can say, oh yeah, you know what? Let me just fix this real quick. And you'll just fix it and you'll submit it back. And they'll wonder how you were able to do that so quickly. It's because you have containers locally. so many benefits to this. Like a lot of the stuff I'm telling you. So just if you don't have containers, if you don't have it installed locally on your laptop, you should go do this today. Like you should do this tonight. Just go get Docker. Just install Docker. Like, right? I mean, you can install other ones like I was saying, but Docker, like I say, it's really common and it's really easy. And there's so many benefits to it. I mean, yeah, you can have the programming environments and containers. You can, I mean, really, you should have some familiarity with this, especially if you're someone who's brand new or just kind of getting into the industry. You want to expose yourself to this because at some point in time, if you're not already working at a place, you will come across this and you want to be ready for it. It, it it should be in really all the environments that you're working in. You should have it locally and be using it every day and getting really comfortable with it. It should be in other environments that your company has, like staging or sandboxing or production. I mean, those are having this kind of technology in those environments. I understand it's a whole nother set of challenges depending on what you're building and what you're working on. But you should have a little bit. You should have a little bit just to be experimenting and making sure that there aren't benefits that you should be taking advantage of. But locally, you should definitely have this locally. You will move. You will just move so much faster. And you'll start to notice if you just do this and you notice that other people aren't doing it around you, like no one else is doing this, you will see yourself again. Just move right up. Move right up. And you're growing. That's what the course is about. That's what this is all about. That's what all these videos are about. It's about getting you to grow. You need to grow and continue growing because it's inside of you. You already have all of this. So get some containerization stuff, right? Get into it. Learn about it, download it, try it in the small, just something small and simple, just to get your mind thinking so that you can just sort of say to yourself, oh, okay, that's not that bad. And you're right, it's not that bad. And you'll again, when you get into this, you will wonder how you ever you will be laughing thinking about all the times that you spent waiting for your machine to boot just so you could get into your favorite editor. And then you'll laugh about how slow it used to take for your editor to load. Like just little stuff like that. So many benefits. So yeah, so this is the kind of stuff, if this is of interest to you, if you like learning about this kind of stuff, click on the link, sign up for the course. It's all in there. It's on sale. I just put it on sale because, it's the holidays and I like going out and finding courses that are on sale. So I did that. So it's on sale. Um, Pick it up, learn stuff like this, right? And start using it because you will grow. You will become great. You will. This is what this is what the great programmers are doing. I'm telling you, they're doing this. So click on the link if you like it, like the video, so I know I'm not just talking to myself. Comment. Tell me if you hate this. Tell me if you like this. At least I know that somebody out there is watching and it's helping someone. So yeah, get out there, um, explore some of these containers, start using it locally, and be great. Elevate your game. Sign up.